Hi everyone, welcome to the Golden Gate demo session today. So let's start our session about the Golden Gate. But before we proceed with the Golden Gate, I, I have few questions for you guys. May I know what is the purpose of Golden Gate? What is the purpose of a Golden Gate? Why we need Golden Gate?
It's support heterogeneous service like cross-platform replication. Uh,
Replication, right? So replicating data from one database to another one. Correct? Yeah, that's the main purpose. Replicating data. Any other things where we can use Golden Gate?
Can we use it to create a standby database?
It can be used as a standby to S, right? Any more?
you offload the like your primary database to also to support the upgrades, mm, like minimize downtime during upgrade process. Uh,
Okay, right. Yeah, correct. So yeah, we can use Golden Gate for multiple purposes, multiple purpose. So let's see here again those things uh, about just a small brief about the Golden Gate part here. So coming to the Golden Gate, Oracle Golden Gate, right, basically used for replicating data. That is the first primary use. Golden Gate usage is replicating data from one database to another database, right? This is the one. But this replicating means whatever the changes you do on this database, I want it to be get updated on the other side. I want it to be updated on the other side. In older versions of Oracle database, right, especially like Oracle 9i, we already had similar concept through replication, right? There used to be called as a replication, and we have even multi-master replication concept also. Multi-master, right? That's like a bidirectional event. Multi-master and bidirectional replications are available. But the configuration, right, management, right, is more critical in the huge environments. Because if any of the tables, right, replication doesn't happen, you need to manually what we synchronize that data to be pushed on the other sides, get updated. So like this, lot of challenges are there, but yes, it is already there. Already it was there. In which version? Oracle 9.9. But again, that you have to do it on each table level and all. Replication concept. So they enhanced the replication concept to the next level, and the Oracle came up with another product called as the streams. Oracle came with another product called as streams, right? So streams is more advanced compared to the replication concepts with a lot of new features, enhancements, improvements, and all. But at the same time, there is another product available in the market called as Golden Gate by another vendor. Actually, it's not Oracle's initially, remember. So the Golden Gate product, which is already there in the market, which is also capable of doing the similar replication part and with many more other additional features, many more features. So Oracle product at that time is Streams and Golden Gate around somewhere around 2007. 2007 Oracle launched Streams. 2007, yeah, Oracle 10G Streams, right? But the same time they found that Golden Gate is also there in the market, and which is much more better with lot of great features actually compared to Streams. So then Oracle acquired this Golden Gate in somewhere around 2009, and from there onwards the Golden Gate became Oracle's product. So Oracle's one of the main product now for doing the replication, replicating data. Data means whatever changes you do on your primary database, I want it to be replicated on the another one. Means I want the same changes to be applied on the another database. So right? Update whatever the operations you do on the database A, I want it to be updated on database B. The same thing I think we can even achieve different ways. Different ways. What is that? I can even use data guard here, right? Data guard, standby database. This is acting as my primary, and obviously this is going to be act as a standby where the whatever changes you are doing on the primary gets updated on the standby, correct? Yeah, sorry to make you hold. Yeah. So even I can use data guard for replicating this data from primary to standby, but there are some limitations are there with the data guard or standby configuration, because data guard is actually a standby configuration where the changes are applied only from primary to standby, right? That's like a one way. And in this, the complete database will be applied, means on each and every object, whatever changes you are doing it here, everything is getting applied on the standby, on the standby. But coming to the golden gate, you have more control over it. You will have the similar concept that whatever change happening on each and every table can be applied. Plus, you have more control in golden gate, that example, you don't want the whole database. You have few schemas or few objects are there, and I want only the changes to be right propagated of these tables to the other side, not the complete entire database. So I can even select the schemas, or I can select the tables objects for which you want the changes to be applied on the other side. There, this is the one mainly you have a control. And if you look at the primary and standby, most of the cases here, the standbys they are always are in read only mode. They are in the read only mode, but in this golden gate, right, both are in read write mode. Obviously primary is in a read write, but even this other side environment is also, we can even call it as a standby environment, is also can be in a read write mode. Read write mode, yes. And granular level at a object level, and again within object on a particular row level, right? So you have a complete control on this. So like this, golden gate gives me more enhanced options, I can say, compared to data guard. Data guard is different and golden gate is different. Both are products but different purposes again, right? But even you can use data guard for replicating data from one database to another. Even golden gate can be done, but their functionality, their usage, their purposes, again, they are differ somewhere. So like this, I see that the Oracle Golden Gate is a very unique, right, product from Oracle for replicating data and for multiple reasons or multiple purposes. So Oracle Streams is still available, means whichever the customers or where the customers they started already using the streams, and if they want to still continue with the streams instead of moving to the Golden Gate, right, they can still go on with the streams. So they have their streams version, but there are no much enhancements or improvements happened after 10G, right? So that's why Oracle is completely totally promoting the Golden Gate instead of streams now on for every customer. And even now, the Golden Gate has become a part of your ODI, Oracle Data Integration Tools. Part of your ODI tools, Oracle Data Integration Tools. It became a part of it. So let's see few things about the Golden Gate. So basically we understood the level one, that is like just a replication part. Replication part I can do with the Golden Gate S. So why do you need Oracle Golden Gate? Why do you need a Golden Gate? There, the main key features are there, like a data movement. It is in real time and reducing the latency. That's another important thing. Latency means the time taken to deliver it on the other side, and it can be over the network or over the internet, right? It can be done between two databases across different geographical locations too. So whatever the changes you did here, and once you say commit, immediately that transaction is also get applied on the other side and committed, right? Oracle says it is very fast, very lightweight, I can say again, and it captures all the real-time data. Means what real-time, as you say, update and commit is done immediately on the other side, reducing the latency, time taken to deliver. It totally reduces it. It's very fast because you have a lot of options in that. Compressions are there, right? Even it will do the compression, encryption, and the main good benefit of the Golden Gate, main benefit of Golden Gate, when I try to compare with our data guard, when I compare with data guard, because we've seen in our previous slides, right? So what is the main benefit is there with the Golden Gate? That it captures only committed transaction and mode to the other side. Only what? Committed. Because if I look at my data guard, I have my primary and I got my standby. Let's say there are 100 transactions are done here, but is it real necessary that all transactions are always committed? No. Let's say 40% of transactions are set rollback. A huge transactions are done, right? Huge transactions are done. 40% of them are rolled back and 60% of them are committed. So what happens basically in this data guard, all these transactions are captured in your redo logs, right? And all these transactions are moved on the other side, and all these 100 transactions are applied on the standby side, out of which again this 40 will be rolled back and the 60% of them are committed. Correct. So you are actually generating the load on the primary, obviously, so you don't have any choice in that, right? Fine. So let the load be on the primary, but the file got huge in size because of all the transactions, and it has to be transferred again. It will take more time because of the huge file in size. And after this, on the other side also, you are excessively running this 40% of transaction using the resources, keeping a load on this database too, right? Obviously, which will degrade your some, right, performance up to some level. And after that, again you are rolling back those transactions, and then the other remaining set of transactions are executed and committed. So here you see, like, if it is taking around right 10 hours to run this, because it is the same workload whatever happened on the production, you are trying to generate the same thing on the standby too by running all those. But here what happens, it captures only those 60% of transactions taken, transferred, because the size is very less or minimum, right? Transferred, and it is going to run only those 60% of transactions. This way, there is no performance degradations, right? No need to run all this remaining 40% of transactions, spending good enough time, and finally again say the rollback for them. Not needed, because it is capturing and transmitting only the committed transaction. That is a nice good thing compared to standby. In standbys, we don't have the control like that. Different versions, releases of Oracle database are supported along with a wide range of heterogeneous databases, right? And running on variety of operating systems. Means the OSs could be differ, the databases could be differ. Not only that, within Oracle databases, you can have different versions and different releases too. Different versions, different release versions. Oracle 9i version, Oracle 10G version, Oracle 10G, Oracle 11G, or 12c. In 10G 10.2 release 2, right? Here 12.2 release 2, or 12.1 release 1, release 2. So like this, between different versions and releases you can do. But coming to the standby, this is if it is a standby example, the below one, standbys are with the same version. Sometimes you can have a different release. Again, that is not with the physical standby again, that is with the logical standby. So logical standby supports different releases. But coming here, it's different versions too. From 10G to 12C, I can do that. From 9i to 12C also, I can do that. Right? Not only between Oracle to Oracle Golden Gate, here it can be Oracle, the other side it could be MySQL, or it could be DB2 or any other database. That's the main thing another. So wide range of products it supported. Different databases, different environments, different operating systems too. Simple architecture and easy configuration. And it's really very simple and easy to manage and monitor, right, maintain. So a lot of things are there in this one, like you will be doing the configuration part, you will be doing the administration part, you will be doing monitoring, you will be doing troubleshooting. Yeah, right, you're doing the maintenance part also. So a lot of things comes in this picture. So all these things as you can do with easy simple commands, tools also available, GUI tools to event through which you can completely manage this Golden Gate environment. And even, yeah, monitoring is also included, as I told you. High performance with minimum overhead of underlying databases and infrastructure. It gives you the best performance for your databases with minimum to minimum load on your database on which it is capturing or applying. So we say that this environment is a capturing environment. Here I'm going to capture all these transactions and I'm going to apply it on the other side. This is the apply environment. Capture the source, apply the target with minimum to minimum load, right? So I hope you understood about the Golden Gate benefits, right? Okay, now a brief history which I already explained you. So Golden Gate was a product of a small San Francisco based company called Golden Gate Software Incarnations. Remember. Now this company was founded by Eric and Todd in 1995. Somewhere 1995 we got this company. Right, back in 90s the Golden Gate product was designed for the fault tolerance, right, of tandem computers, which is known as non-stop, HP's non-stop. Later it then became popular within the financial industry. Actually this was became more popular in the financial industries like banking sectors as a resilient and fast data replication solution. It became, for example, banks used Golden Gate software to send transactions data from their ATM networks to central servers, especially mostly in the banking sectors they started implementing or using. This became like this, the popular, one of the popular product for the banking environments. So by the time of 2009, the Golden Gate is well known as a real-time data replication solution with more than 400 customers and 4,000 solutions for them. But in 2009, Golden Gate Software was acquired by Oracle. And I think now Oracle is having more than 5,000 customers who are using the Golden Gate, right? But not by this time. That was a report of up to 2017, 2017. And now already another 3 more years. Obviously, I think that there might be more and more number of customers that Oracle got it. Clear? So what is Golden Gate? Again, going back to our starting thing. So Golden Gate is a software. It's a software product that allows you to replicate, not only replicating data, you have option of what is this, filtering, and even you have a transforming data, right? Three things, remember. Replicating means, again, I'll just keep it here, the things points. Like you got your source environment and you have your target environment, source and target, right? Source and target. Now in this, let's say we have n number of tables are there. Let's say these are the number of tables which I want to replicate on the other side, right? So S, that is the replication you can do onto the other side on the other tables, correct? Right, a replication. Whatever changes are happening on these tables, they are captured and replicated on the other side, another database. But you have a filter option. Filter option means, like in this table, let's say this is a products, or let's say some employees table is there. I don't want all the employee records to be pop up on the, or published or pushed to the other side, right? So I have I can apply a filter here. I can apply a filter on the source side, or I can apply a filter on the target side. that please apply only the transactions which belongs to department 10 and 20 only. So like this, you can have filters. You can apply the filters condition based. Not only that, even you can do the transforming of your data. Transforming means on the source side, let's say we have a first name column and a last name column. But when it comes to the target, might be there is only one column is their name. There is only one column name. So what should I do? I want to take these two values from the source while applying on the this side. I want to concatenate those two columns onto one column and apply into the name. So your first name and last name is now loaded into the one single column. Got it? So like this, they're the basic things which I told you. So like this, we have a basic transforming level and advanced transforming levels are available. Options are there, functions are there through which you can transform your data from one database to another. Done? Okay, next another using Oracle Goldengate, you can move your committed transaction. This already I told you discuss. It moves only the committed transaction across multiple heterogeneous systems in the enterprise. Right? Heterogeneous systems. Goldengate enables you to replicate data between Oracle databases to other supported heterogeneous databases between heterogeneous, right? Databases, yeah, and between heterogeneous databases. So between heterogeneous operating systems and database, the replication is possible. Not only that, between database to database, this is like a database to database replication happening. Even you can write replicate your data by different many ways. You can replicate using Java messaging queues. If one environment is having Java messaging part, which sends the messages, those messages can be read and they can be loaded into the database. Reading the data coming from Java system environment, like a messages are coming up, I can load that messages into the database. Or I can read the data from a flat file, flat file, and load it into the database. Right? Or even related to the big data environments. Right? So big data environments like for Oracle Goldengate for big data kind of thing. Yes, even it's supported there. Different forms of data also. It's not only between database to database, even between different forms like Java messages or flat files or big data, because big data contains structured and unstructured data. Yes, both are taken. So when do you use Oracle Goldengate? The one thing, business continuity and high availability design, if you want to make it something like a standby, correct? Yeah. For high availability purpose, business continuity, if my production fails at any time, I should have to have a copy of it available. That's why I'm always maintaining a copy of it by all the real-time apply changes on this standby. I can say this is like a standby configuration. We have another option also called as the initial load for data migrations. I want to migrate data from one database to another, right? A new database, and I want to migrate everything. So what what are the existing data is there, already existing data, structure, tables, everything. I want to take it and load it on the other side, initial load, something like we do first. Existing data should be taken into the new database, right? So we do export and import, or we take rman backup from here and move it to the other side, and then we will allow my application clients to work on the new environment, because already they have the source. All the required data is already available. So we have manual methods too, like data pump, rman, or even I can use Goldengate for this purpose too. Initial load, zero downtime upgrades is another really nice one, right? Zero downtime means there is no downtime required. No downtime required for upgrades. Wow, without Goldengate, obviously there will be a downtime. Remember, obviously there will be a downtime. If you want to minimize the downtime, you can use data guard. Again, data guard, which logical standbys you can use. Logical standby. Again, limitations are there. A lot of limitations are there with the logical standby, but that can be used as a solution for zero downtime upgrades. Keep it in mind, right? Okay, next is Live reporting means, let's say this is my source where a lot of OLTP users are doing changes to the data, and the same gets replicated to other environment, and I have a reporting application, another reporting application. I want my reporting application to run the reports on this database. I don't want them to run the reports here. No. Why? Because extra load you are going to generate it here, and I don't want that. I want to keep this database dedicated only for OLTPs, and I want this server and database dedicated only for reporting guys. That way also I can do this. Operational business intelligence. For any type of business requirement, operations purpose, right? You can even do these configurations, or you can use Goldengate for that too. Transactional data integration. So transactions data integration is anyhow maintained by Goldengate while doing this replication, right? Main purposes. So we have different topologies of Goldengate, different ways you can configure your Goldengate. The one basic method is what is that called as unidirectional, right? Query offloading or replicating, unidirectional, one way. So whatever changes are happening on this database, now Goldengate is responsible to apply it into another database. This is called as unidirectional, one to one and only one way. And we have one more thing called bidirectional. When I say bidirectional, whatever changes are happening on this database, it applies to this database. And if any whatever changes are happening on this database, because this is also acting as a, what is that, read write mode. So whatever changes are happening on this database also, it gets applied onto this database. This is like a two-way replication, bidirectional replication, or even we can say active environment, right? Bidirectional. Yes. We have another, like might be multiple environments are there, multiple servers we got it, and I want to do a replication between them. From here to these two guys, whatever changes are done on these guys applied to these two, whatever changes are done here, it is applied to these two. So it's like a multi-master. Everyone is a master here, and there are multiple, not two, more than two. If you have anything like that, bidirectional kind of thing, we call it as a multi-master replication environment, right? Yes. Apart from this, yeah, we have other more architectures also. Architectures or topologies, we can even say. What are those? This is like a broadcasting architecture. Means whatever the changes are happening on this database, now those changes are, right, broadcasted to database A, database B, database C, multiple databases. So the same can be applied onto multiple, like one primary and multiple standbys we can configure, right? Similar way, but these are not standbys. They can be active again, right? Broadcasting, one to many. We have another option also. What is this? Consolidation now. Like from multiple databases, you want to bring this data, whatever changes are happening here on each database for different application. I want the data to be loaded into one centralized database, like data warehouse. I want it to be loaded into centralized environment. Yes, consolidation part. Or even we have one more method called as cascading. Cascading means basically this is the database where changes are happening, right? And I want, because generally what happens when I'm pushing it, like example, if this database where all the workload is happening and this server is totally busy for my users query and all, but the same server resources here, it is used for filtering, transforming, and again pushing it, right? So example might be it is capturing and again it is publishing on the other side, pushing. So extra resources are consumed, some percentage of extra resources. Obviously it's not going to give a huge load, but minimum load is done. And I don't want that minimum to minimum load also, excessive load on this server. That's why we have a separate server where whatever the changes are happening, obviously it will maintain a copy of them, and they here you will configure your Goldengate environment which will capture, filter, transform, and publish or push those data, right, to the other environments, right? So this server is dedicatedly used for doing this replication. Replication is not happen directly by this guy, no, because I don't want any load on that. This way also you can configure so that you can cut down the total load from your production. This concept is called as cascading environment, right? So like this, these are the different topologies are there. These are all the different topologies used in Goldengate for doing replication. Now, I hope you understood what is Goldengate, what is the purpose of Goldengate, what we can do in the Goldengate, right? Different configurations what are available in the Goldengate. So a lot of things we got, and it's an Oracle's product now. So in our training program, we'll be learning a lot of things here, right? What we are going to cover, you can go to our website, right? On our website, we mentioned already the course content. So we'll be discussing about a lot of things like this on our environment. So a lot of content is there, right? Which is covered up in our course program. Not only theory sessions, you will be having the practicals too for most of the topics, right? Most of the topics, as we have the practicals too, that you will be doing it right in your environment. So you have two choices. If you want to build your own environment or your lab setup for yourself in your laptop, you can do that. We'll help you, will guide you for that. Only thing that you require, you need to install the Oracle software, that's all, and database creation need to be done, right? But what I prefer that you better do all these practices in our lab environment. So we will be providing you the online lab access to, right? So these are the this is the content actually what is going to be get covered up in this course program. And what are the benefits you got? These are all the multiple benefits you can see with our training program, right? Like it's a live sessions, training is taken by me, having 20 plus years of experience. More than 15 hours of live sessions are done, and the recordings also provided to you, recorded sessions. Each session is recorded and we will provide you, right, the access. So it's like a lifetime access. You can download them, or you can, right, always access these recordings and you can go through them n number of times. 18 plus hours of lab practicals are there, more than 18, nearly 20 hours or more than that. It all depends on the, right, your hands-on kind of thing, how fast you can do. So like this, you have the complete environment where you can do all your practices. Online server access is provided. This is another nice thing. So we'll be providing you the lab environment for you online for doing all your lab practices, right? So I suggest you to use our lab environment for doing these practices first. Later you can build, once you got a total idea, understanding about the Goldengate, right? Then you can prepare the similar environment in your laptops. Reading material is provided, and lab practice material is also provided step by step, which you can follow it here to for doing all these labs. Certificate guidance, as this course is completely eligible for taking Oracle certificate, right? Once you go to the training program, and you need to minimum go through one time with the study material, which will be helping you to go for the certification program easily, right? We'll be always assisting you, helping you with all the type of all your type of queries related to this course program at any time, right? So finally, at the end, any questions for this? Do you have any questions or any answers? Sorry, any questions?
No questions. What when